How is everyone doing? How is your breath? How is your heartbeat? How are you feeling out there? Oh my goodness. It is good to be here with you all. Let's pay attention to our heartbeats and our breath. Today I'm talking about a topic that I think all of us can probably relate to on some level. Feeling exposed. Greetings to all. Patrick, thank you. Hi, Jeffrey. If you would like, you can take a moment and share this video with some friends. Invite them into this sacred space, this healing space, this space of good boundaries for taking care of ourselves. Notice that breath. Amazing, Jabri. Keep up the good work. All right. Settle into your vibrations right now. Your beautiful, natural vibrations. Unhindered by any need for approval or any need to please anyone else right now. It's just you honoring your need to connect not only with others, but with yourself. Honoring your ability to make choices on what is good for you and your natural vibration. So keep settling in. Take that time to settle into you, to make space for you in all of your specialness, in all of your emotions. Thank you for sharing, Jabri. Thank you for sharing, Linda. Creating space not only for you in all of your strength, but also you in all of your vulnerabilities. Making space for that. Making space for yourself to feel exposed, so that we can all help you to feel protected. Because sometimes we have to get a little vulnerable to release energies that could be suppressing us. And unfortunately, we can sometimes feel that we have no choice but to be vulnerable in certain situations where nobody can protect us. And so instead, in exposing ourselves and our emotions and our thoughts and our dreams or whatever it may be, we might get more broken down, more exposed, more vulnerable, because we might open ourselves up with this gooey, jelly, mushy substance instead of that hard wall. And if something gets thrown at us, instead of bouncing off that hard, nice, closed wall, it can get embedded in our mushy, soft, cushiony, heart opened, exposed energy. And instead of bouncing off that wall, it now needs to get pulled out of this sticky, beautiful mess. And we have some heart healing to do then. Oh my goodness. And it can feel so painful. And I think that's where the expression comes from. Do not cast pearl onto swine. Hang out with the dogs, you wake up with the fleas. Because as humans, it is impossible to not express our vulnerability. At least sometimes. We can't have those hard walls up all the time, right? That's like not being able to go outside of a house and get fresh air. It's really good to take off those layers, expose ourselves, and feel safe doing that so that what's on the inside can get nurtured as much as what's on the outside. But we have to be careful about how we expose ourselves because we don't want to expose ourselves in the midst of a dust storm and then get all this dust on our mushy energy. That takes way longer to clean because it's not an easy surface to just wipe things off of. And then we might blame ourselves. Oh, I can't believe I opened up myself to this person or this situation or this job or my family instead of just holding my boundaries tight and protecting myself. And the reason why you go through all these feelings of self-blame and self-this is because you're in yourself. You're exposed. You can't blame anyone else. It's part of you now. That mess is part of you. It's like if you had a party and a bunch of people just hung out and just left a mess. They're gone. They're gone. But now you're in your house with all these dishes that need to be washed. I mean, yeah, you can hire someone to clean it. You know, I'm here for consultations, for spiritual therapy. But ultimately, you got to do all the work yourself, whether it's using your hard-earned money to pay someone else or cleaning up this house because you had the party. You opened up the doors. You let them inside. It's harder to clean what's inside than what's outside. You don't have to blame yourself. You just have to do the work. And that's why we sometimes blame ourselves because we don't want to do the work. Just get rid of the blame, get rid of the shame, and just do the work. You can get that negativity off of you. But part of doing the work is also not opening yourself up to those people that will just leave a mess in you. You maybe want people who know how to treat things and people respectfully and not leave their doo-doo on you or your toilet. So notice your breath, notice your heartbeat. More on exposure later, but that was our little meditation to begin with, our little key of you. And just allow yourself to relax with yourself. The more you just connect with your natural vibration, the more that stickiness just cleanses off of you. And having anxiety about that dust all over your gentle heart areas, you'll realize just adds to the overwhelming feeling. It'll all work itself out as you just connect with your natural vibrations. You don't have to work as hard as you think you do in an external way. Just doing that internal work, doing that Qigong will naturally bring so much positive vibrations into you that those negative vibrations, there's no space for them. Notice your breath. Notice your heartbeat. Ask yourself, what do I want to focus on today in class? What is my intention today? My name is Aviva, and my intention is to be here with you today, to be present, to help align ourselves with our natural vibrations, to help deal with the dangers of exposure, to do exercises that help us feel not only strong and capable of reintegrating the ways we've felt too vulnerable in this world, but also to focus on the adrenals, the adrenal glands, our adrenal system, thyroid system, that hormonal system that naturally protects us and brings us into balance and moderates the levels of our stress so that we can feel relaxed enough to create health in ourselves. Jabri says his name is Jabri, and his intention is to be here with you all to share his energy and the love for you with the natural vibration and to focus on his heart and feet today. Would anyone else like to share their intentions? I'm going to check email. Okay. Okay. Give you a moment to come up with those intentions as we just continue to ground in our breath and our heartbeats. I also want to say that another danger of opening ourselves up is similar to leaving food out of the fridge or opening up a jar of what does this? What food does this when you open it up and expose it to air instead of keeping it soft, it hardens. So kind of like if maybe toothpaste, maybe your toothpaste tube, how it's hard around the top. Or like if you put soap in a dispenser and it gets hard around the dispenser and it doesn't stay soft. Well, that's the other thing, is that what's supposed to stay soft in you might harden a little bit. You might get resentful towards love. You might get bitter towards relationships if that soft part of you got exposed and then hardened. Because only the outside of you is supposed to be hardened, not the inside, right? Feel free to keep on those intentions coming in. We're going to do the Heart Chakra mudra. Bring those index fingers down to the bottom of the thumb and connect the thumb with the middle and the ring. Okay. I think this is one of the biggest issues in our world. People don't want to open up to each other because they're so used to being slapped every time their hand goes for cookies in the cookie jar. And it becomes such a confusion. It's important to just get more patience for each other, respecting each other's boundaries, and understanding our vulnerabilities and honoring them, even if others can't. Breathe into those heart chakra mudras. I'd like to honor our different glands. Let's start with the parotid gland, actually, and just give a little bit of hands-on touch energetically to just the area of the jaw, around the jaw and the neck, and up by the ears, to just acknowledge the glands that help to remineralize our teeth, help circulation in this area of our body, help our smiles feel nice and relaxed and open. Okay. All right. We're going to go to that pineal gland now, or pineal gland. It's pronounced in different ways. And we're going to feel this whole area now. Okay, so this is like right here, third eye. Just give that all of your beautiful touch energy, the chi in your hands, let it flow. Appreciate that pineal gland, that third eye, your intuition, all those hormones that are released, changing the temperature of your body when you're in dangerous situations, alerting you to fight or flight. Honor that, honor that, honor that. And feel this energy spread throughout your eyebrow area, throughout your whole forehead, and then up by the hairline. Have that confidence in yourself. Have that confidence that your intuition is not going to mislead you. It is a part of you. You are incredible machines. You've got incredible programs that help you see, the truth about situations. Keep on giving that pineal gland some love and appreciation. Smile on that pineal gland. See that gland smiling back at you. Feel your confidence within. Okay, and now we're going to go to the adrenals, that kidney area, right above the kidney area. We're gonna get this area on the back and then also on the front. So we're gonna go all the way up to actually the top of the rib cage here. Okay, right there. We're gonna give ourselves a massage there. Feeling that adrenal connection, and then also up on the back all the way down to the kidneys, going around that spine. Hello, adrenals. I'm smiling at you. I'm thanking you. You're helping me to process my stress. You're helping me to process the insulin, the sugar levels of my body, which also alert my energy in different ways. Thank you, adrenals. Even rub a little bit to the side here. Thank you, adrenals. You are incredible. You are really just everything, balancing my energy, keeping me alive, helping me rest when I need rest, helping me shut down, telling me to shut down when the programs are too full, like a computer that just stops working when there's the memories being used up. The adrenals help you to just press restart, press shut down, because they have a lot of work to do and they get overly loaded so easily. Oh, these adrenals. You are amazing. Sending out those hormones, sending out those messages. Like, again, that post office analogy. Packages might not be there on time. Might not be there on time if your adrenals are overworked and overloaded. And you might have a very important package to get to someone, maybe the heart area, that says, I love you. And this package might never arrive in time for you to feel that love because your own adrenals are so stressed out. And that time to feel that love is right now, but you might especially need it in stressful situations. I think that's why a lot of people, I've been there, really stressed out, headed to a gig, don't have my makeup on yet, worried I'm not going to do a good job. And the adrenals just get so, shot out that I might take it out on a band member and say, hurry up, we're going to be late because of you. And that love vibration just gets forgotten about because the adrenals are so stressed out, they just can't get that message of love to your heart in time, right? Okay, so Patrick's intention is clear, energized, and balanced the chakra, especially sacral and heart, so that I may release fear and align with the frequency of love. Okay, beautiful. And I was just talking about that. We must have been saying it at the same time. Aligning to that vibration of love is also about receiving the message of love, right? Okay, so beautiful. Well, let's go to that sacral area now. So the tailbone area, and just rub, that kidney area, but then go a little bit lower to the sacral area. A sacred area indeed. Indeed, so sacred right here. Your tailbone is like a dowser of energy. I mean, think about it. It is almost like an antenna because doggies and cats, you can see their tails. You can see what their tailbone is doing. They give messages. When they're happy, their tail is wagging, right? It's a sacred area of that vulnerable energy like I was talking about. You're exposing your feelings. That's a healthy way to expose your feelings and still, oh, we're coming full circle here, and still be protected by the wall of that tail. You're not opening up to mushy energy inside. You're just wagging your tail. You're expressing your emotions physically. That is the answer, my friends. We've come full circle. Instead of having to open up to express your heart vulnerability, sometimes you can honestly just show it through your movements and your art, right? That's the beauty of that. So dancing is a wonderful way to communicate. Connecting to what? Ask yourself, if you're in a situation and maybe you're sharing your heart to your boss or work or even a friend, before you go there, where it might be vulnerable and no point of no return, right? Ask your body, how would I express this physically first? Okay? Let's wag our tails. Let's get that sacral energy moving. Let's see what it's like to wag our tails. So, you know how we do emotional expressions in the face? Let's do it with our sacrum. Let's express happiness. And then there's that shame, the tail between your legs. Let's go back to joy. Okay? Let's go to fear. Maybe the tail is straight up. Let's go to confusion. Let's go to excitement. Wagging the tail again. Wag. Let's go to shock. Okay. So let's go back to the happiness and let's ask ourselves, let's think about a conversation that might have been difficult for you in the past few days. And just ask yourself, if my body could dance with that energy, how would it be moving? Your body knows and is able to protect you energetically. Burp. So we're going to do kind of like freestyle. We're going to do a little dance. We're going to remember a conversation we had. Maybe a friend was calling us all upset. Maybe that felt like it was making us vulnerable, putting us on the spot. Maybe we were the upset friend and we were being vulnerable and somebody wasn't being protective of our feelings enough. Whatever it is, whatever, dance that energy out. Like physically, how would you have expressed yourself before you spoke? We speak too quickly sometimes. And then think about their reaction to you that might have been like that you were exposed and they threw something at your exposure and it hurt you more than you would have been if you didn't have your walls up. How do you dance that feeling? Everything is vibration. Everything is movement, right? Honoring that sacrum. How does the sacrum move when you feel attacked? That fear, the kidneys. Let's give our kidneys a little more love. Just kind of like wiping those hands across the back, rejuvenating that energy. Ball change. I got a professional dancer out there. All right, we're going to tap on this heart energy, beautiful people. Feel that love in your heart, even through those closed doors. And I want you to tap your intuition at the same time and feel that connection all the way down and all the way up. Because what you think and what you feel can be so opposite polarities sometimes in this world, where you feel like you can't be vulnerable, where you feel like you can't express your feelings. So let's take a moment and harmonize those thoughts and feelings so that you can think and feel as one. Okay? And as we think and feel as one, we can also connect with our sacred sacral energy, to the ancestors, to that root energy, to the deep, deep beliefs of our ancestors and the deep nurturing of our ancestry and where we come from. Okay? We're going to tap here under the shoulders, the expansion of that heart energy right here, like the great Frank Alexander with the Alexander technique taught us. When children start to crouch over in class because they're told to sit down and stay still, they hear the message of what action to take, right? Physically, their body was expressing that joy, that dance that I was talking about. It's a very real thing. It happens in childhood, right? They were just like running around like kids, like, oh, expressing their joy. Oh, sit still and be quiet. So they get the message that maybe their body is wrong for expressing their feelings. And then they sit still and it's like, well, how do I still express my body while I'm sitting? And that's a good question to ask, as a teacher, as an educator. How, it's okay to not leave out those important messages and say, I want you to sit still and be quiet. I still would like you to feel the joy in your bodies and feel the beautiful energy in your bodies. I just need you to sit still and be quiet just so that we can all learn in a different way here. But maybe you can tap your foot quietly and feel the joy in your toes. I don't want you to stop feeling in your body. We might need to remind children this. I don't want you to stop feeling in your body as you stop moving. I just, as a teacher, I need you to sit and be quiet so that the whole class can hear me. Because I have an important message to share. which will help you do the happy dance even more. So this is this is where this area right here is so important for expanding our heart's joy energy. That's why we get a lot of shoulder pain. It's why we get a lot of bad posture, because that joy is not flowing as much as it could be. Give a little rub there. Rub around that whole shoulder. You don't have to take on the burdens of the world. You don't have to shoulder other people's burdens, because your heart wasn't able to dance. You can let your heart dance and not have to shoulder the burden of feeling like your happiness doesn't matter. Other side. Gets that lymph flowing too. I know this is helping you with those drummer shoulders too. Okay. Beautiful. Love vibrations. Okay. All right, so before we move on, there are these other very important parts of our body. They are called knees. We're going to give our knees some extra love too, with a little meditation. And we're going to smile on our knees. And our knees are going to smile back at us. So what emotions can get trapped in the knees? Well, anything really. But this is where a lot of fear goes. Oh my gosh, this is a neat metaphor I just thought of, because we're talking about children and their physical development, which was studied so much by Alexander, one of my favorite body awareness techniques. If you don't know about it, you got to check it out. It's called the Alexander technique, and it's a postural alignment technique that has to do with actually relaxing the muscles that got tense, not forcing yourself into good posture. So the knees, as we know in Chinese medicine, the knees are actually very much connected to the kidneys and the bladder. So the kidneys in Chinese medicine and the bladder also have to do with regulating our fear. So the interesting metaphor is kidneys, like child knees, like the knees of our children, or the needs of the inner child inside. And so these are our knees. Our knees can move us around, can jump. And through these knees are those energy channels of the kidneys and the bladder. So much. And I was going to call you the bumblebees when I came on here today. I forgot. My little bumblebees. You are the bee's knees. Keep on loving those knees. You don't need to bow to the needs of others. But it's okay to bow in sacred harmonies with your own energies and to the natural vibrations of life. Seriously, when in doubt, kneel on the ground. Thank Mama Earth. All right, other knee. Give that knee some love. Some of that good energetic lubrication. As one of my students says, our classes here are like WD-40 for the body. Yes, loving every part of our bodies. These knees Knees are very similar in taking on burdens as shoulders are. Think about what fear looks like in the knees, like knees shaking in place. That's right, you use your shoulders a lot. Give those knees some love. Okay, so let's explore the movements, the dances of the knees, the fear, the nervousness, the strength, the joy. Definitely. And let's give those kidney area some good attention on that butt area, like on the top. Okay. And again, into the tummy. Let's do our confidence mudra. Let's keep doing the tummy for a minute. So important for digestion. Give that tummy some energy. Okay. And confidence mudra. Index to thumb, ring to thumb. You can sit if you want. Exercise that face as you're doing the confidence mudra. Get the energy flowing. Let's stretch out that heart energy. Cross those wrists, those fingers, and stretch. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we'll do the muscle tendon change form today for some of these joints that we got going on. Yikes. All right. Keep that hydration going. Your yin hand sits in your yang, yin and yang, right and left, and bring the fingers out, pointing to the ceiling, relaxing the shoulders, and bring your feet shoulder width apart. We're protecting our joints right here. If you expose yourself, just a reminder, and then someone does not protect you after exposing yourself to that person, then they are actually hurting you, or the situation is hurting you. It's just black and white, pretty much. And then you get more vulnerable. And then you need more defenses. It's like war. Let's say you try to put a boundary up with someone, for example. Let's say they say, "Hey, shorty." You say, "Look, I don't want you to call me shorty. You've crossed the line." And they say, Okay, shorty. Then at that point, in that country western movie, they start fighting with their fists. I told you not to call me shorty. Okay, relax. Wrist up and down. Now, if they don't start fighting, okay, hold an imaginary ball and bring it up an imaginary tube. Then what that bully has done by calling him shorty again is he has weakened him into accepting the fact that I cannot have my boundaries honored by this person. Now, I know that this person will always cross my boundary and my line. Now, let's say instead of it being two strangers at a bar, this is a boss, someone that you see every day for work. Now that you have to be in their presence every day and not, let's say one more time, get into a fist fight with them to show them your worth. Not that that's a good answer, but now that you've said you don't like to be called shorty, and then they keep calling you shorty, now you're a little bit more vulnerable for them to maybe call you another name and do another thing that you don't like. So that's why it's okay to not tolerate any boundary crossing, because it can make you weaker for other boundaries being crossed. And that's the technique that a lot of abusers use, is they just slowly break you down and they'll cross, oh, it's not a big deal, just let me cross this boundary. And then the next thing you know, 5 other boundaries are being crossed that are a big deal, but you've been led to believe that, oh, I'm just going to sacrifice for this person because they have issues or whatever. I'll be the bigger person. But you're actually opening yourself up to trouble. Remember the troublemaker, Chino? You don't gotta be in that trouble. It makes you more exposed. 45 degrees to the right. So your toes are now pointed to the right. You're just gonna So in Chinese medicine, it's very much about balance, because it's not about tolerating boundary violations. It's about finding solutions to it so that you're more fortified. And in allopathic medicine, it's just a different kind of philosophy. It's like, it is like coming to your protection in a specific area in your body. But in Chinese medicine, you want to look at the whole body and say, well, if my heart's having an issue and we just address that in the heart, well, what is that then doing to my kidneys? Is that making my kidneys more vulnerable, or my liver? So like basic antibiotics, people might have allergy reactions to them, and they might stress out the liver and the hormones, because the liver might have been trying to do its job to send the messages about the issue, and then it got just all kinds of interference from outside forces. Chinese medicine is more about healing from within and using the energy from the different organs to balance it out, instead of just attacking certain areas with solutions. And it's like that mentally as well. Let's go to the other side, start real close and then go further. So let's take that boss situation. I don't know. In that situation, it might be like, well, it might take the whole community to stand up to the boss. Like, if the boss is doing that to one person, they might be doing it to everyone in the business. And if one person doesn't tolerate it, maybe it helps everyone. Where am I going with this analogy? Well, that everyone is like the different organs in the body, maybe outside of you. So if the liver stands up to protect the heart, then the other organs might as well. And then you find harmony within your body instead of just without. Roll that right shoulder back, bring the hand up to the heart level, and then slowly bring the hand across the body. Every time you circle that shoulder back, the hand goes a little bit further, and your feet are shoulder width apart. Relax, ankles are relaxed, knees are relaxed, tailbone's happy. And you're going further and further. Other way. And across the body. I can't stress enough, you deserve your boundaries to be honored. It's not that hard to honor other people's boundaries, and you know that. You all probably are very good at honoring other people's boundaries, and your boundaries deserve to be honored too. You deserve sleep. You deserve to get healthy sleep every day. You deserve to get healthy meals every day. You deserve to have time to exercise every day. Let's rotate the shoulders back. You deserve to have peace and quiet when you want peace and quiet. Sometimes that's give and take when you live with a lot of people. But it might mean you have to go walk in nature or put headphones on. You deserve hugs. And other people have a right to not hug. If you don't feel comfortable hugging, you don't have to hug anyone you don't want to hug. Whether there's a pandemic or not. Let's go into this a little bit. Yeah, let's reverse direction. How y'all feeling? All right, hold your yin hand over your head, right for women, left for men, and the other on top, fingers spread. Okay. Clasp your hands together, open a little bit wider with your feet, and you're going to bend your knees, push down, and then come up and circle to the heart level and go around and around. All right, smile on your body. Bring your left hand to the top of your heart. Smile on your heart. Feel your heart smiling on you. And bring the other hand on top of that. If you have any blood pressure issues, stay like that. Otherwise, if you're fine, bring your tongue to the roof of your mouth and bend over. Slowly come up. Switch so that the right hand is now down first. The left on top. And bend over. Okay, good job, everyone. What's up? Down. Circle down. Let's do a little foot rotation. Bending both knees, rotate that left knee towards the right. What do y'all think of that oil pulling that we did? Did you find that it helped to detoxify you, or you felt a little refreshed after that? Should we do it again today? And the other direction. And relax that heel down. Bend the other knee and rotate to the left. I'm going to do a view party for Hempdemic tomorrow, by the way, if anyone's interested. At 1 o'clock on Facebook, I guess. Okay, good. It's a little bit of a back and forth thing. And then back to some muscle tendon change movements. Just relaxing the hands all the way around. Bringing the hands together and tucking under, yin hand on top. We're going to turn to the right, bend the right knee, straighten the left, bring the right fist in front, left fist behind, and look at that middle finger. And the other direction, please. Bend the left knee, straighten the right leg, left hand up in a fist, looking at that middle finger, and right hand behind. Okay, we're going to come back to the other side now, and we're going to bend the left knee, straighten the right leg, bring the left hand to the bottom of the back, right in front, and look at that middle finger. Okay, other side now. Right knee is bent, left is straight, left hand is up, right is to the lower back, and look at that left middle finger. And wrist up and down and all the way around. Let's do some breathing. In. More, 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 more. And out. And then push out more, more. And in. More. Oh, and out. And more. And in. More. Oh, and out. More. Good. Stretching the shoulders. And the other direction. Good. Let's do some like praying mantis movements. Feet are shoulder width apart. And we're going to put the hand. And we're going to turn, angle to the left, open up. and in, and up, and right, and out, and in, and up, and left, and out, and in, and up, and right, and out, and in, and up, and left, and out, and in, and out. All right. And out. And out. There are many different kinds of fear that we can experience. There's fear of the unknown. There's fear of the known. There's panic. So in Bach flower essence language of the 38 essences for the 38 emotional states, you've got mimulus for the fear of the known, aspen for the fear of the known. Aspen's for the fear of the unknown, mimulus is for the fear of the known, and then rock rose is for the panic, the anxiety. And then you've got Star of Bethlehem for grief, which I think also has to do with fear related to grief, like the fear of death, which is also mimulus. The fear of losing someone because you didn't do all you could do to help them. That is absolutely tied in with the grief processing that we do as humans. So to tackle that part of our transforming fear into love vibration, we're going to do some stuff for the lungs. After we do this, a little bit more. A couple more. Remember to add any kind of sound that you want. Sound is so healing for the body. The ultimate vibration that helps every cell vibrate with the vibrations. Okay. Lungs are the grief. Do y'all remember any of the stretches for the lungs? Do you remember the animal that's for the lungs? Judy just told me the answer. She'll tell y'all if you forgot. The tiger. Rawr! That's right. So let's do the tiger. Relax your fingers. Open up your stance. Breathe in, and then you're going to let out the breath in every cell of your body. Like your face is going to open up, nostrils, mouth, even feeling the ears. Let that grief out. I'm doing good. Hi. Let out that grief. All right, link the thumbs together. Open up your legs and bend over. Arms up, legs out, one leg out. Bring it in. Release any emotion you want. Get that grief off of your shoulders. Let it be joy instead. So we're going to release that grief, and then we're going to do the crane for some filling it up with joy. on the tippy toes if you want. Okay. All right, crane energy. So now we're going to receive that joy. We'll just do the crane a little bit, and then we'll go to the feet to end class. We're almost there. Good job. It's getting hot in here. All right, crane. Lift the wings and 1 foot. You can just lift the heel if you have any balance issues, and then cross the wrists. Feel the beautiful blissfulness of the crane floating over the trees and the ponds, and the beautiful flowers of red, passion flowers, birds of paradise, flying cranes of grace. You are. Okay. Now you're going to reverse this. Knee comes up and cross the wrists, and then come down. Okay, beautiful people. How are you feeling? Let's just feel the energy from head to toe. Brush it down. Okay. And now, we are going to go to our feet. All right. This is my grounding pillow. So I like touching it because it helps to ground me from the EMF frequencies. All right. So now we're going to rotate each toe a few times in each direction, and then pull the toe away from the foot. And then you're going to rotate the whole entire foot ankle in both directions. And then pull the toes back and rub the bottom of the feet. And tap. And rub between the toes and the top of the foot. Then you're going to find a point on the bottom of the foot or the top. And press the bottom of the foot for 20 seconds. Did the glass break or did just water spill? Well, the tiger is metal energy, which is the sword. So you were breaking things with you were breaking your walls down. And yeah, the vulnerability of the water spilled everywhere. Oh my gosh, you couldn't contain it from the breakage. But, you know, the great thing that happens when we break things on our floor is that the floor gets cleaner than it was before, usually. But don't hurt your feet on any broken glass. All right, so now we're going to find that acupressure point under the knee, a few fingers down, and hold that for 20 seconds. It's kind of like the opera singer singing till she breaks glass. You roared and broke the glass from the roar. Powerful tiger out there. All right, now on the outside of the leg, go up a few fingers, maybe 5, till you find, ooh, I found the point. It kind of like screams out at you when you go past it. Hold that for 20 seconds. Wow, thank you for all the money, Jebri. I really appreciate it. Did you ever get the letter back in the mail? Did it come back to you? Return to sender? Tap. Up and down and brush. All right, other foot. Rotate each toe a few times in each direction. And then pull the toe away from the foot. Just go to each toe. Okay. And rotate the whole ankle. Jebri, if you just have short messages, it's better to Facebook me instead of email. And rub the bottom of the foot. And tap. And then rub between the toes on the top. All right. And now we're going to find that pressure point for 20 seconds. Hold it. Ooh, it's a good one. Okie dokie smokies. Now we are going to rub around the ankles, and we are going to go under the knee, a couple of fingers, and find the point. Hold that for 20 seconds. Okay, and now on top of the knee, like 4 or 5 fingers above. Good job, everyone. Tap up and down. And brush. Brush up, brush up, brush up. Do you know you're beautiful? Well, my friends, we have come to the end of class today. So sad, we'll have to say goodbye. Do you have any questions or anything you want to share about your experience today? Any breakthroughs? Any challenges? Any aha moments? Any stuck moments? Anything you learned that you want to share? Anything that you still need? How you feeling? There was definitely a glass shattering class today. We shattered the glass ceiling of our limitations here, ready for the stroke of fortune to come our ways. You know, in Jewish weddings, the glass breaks, right? You have to break a glass. Love you all too. And it's because once you get married, there's no going back. Just like once you break glass, there's no putting it back together. So now that you've all done this Qigong and you've all got this new upgraded energy, there's no going back. You can't undo that. You're more amazing and there's nothing you could do about that. Know what I'm saying? All right. So in respect to this knowledge, we are going to get ready to close class today with a bow. And we're going to rub our hands together and feel our energy. And we're going to pass this ball in a little circle here. Got it. Going back the other way now. $700 people might take a while. Come on. Let's do it quick. Lightning. Got it. All right, let's open up this bubble and all share it together. We're bringing it out to the world to put Replicate that irreversible, loving, amazing energy out into the world. 1, 2, 3. Whoosh. And we're going to honor our ancestors. She she zhong shi. Optional bowing here. Thanking all the teachers. She she lao zhe. Fill your heart with gratitude and compassion and spread this out to the whole entire world. I do love you, and I thank you for joining me for class today. If you would like to tip me, I have PayPal or Zelle at Aviva and the Flying Penguins at yahoo.com. I have Cash App and crypto as well, and a patreon.com account where you can give me monthly payments of $1 or more, and nothing is too little. Even 50 cents a month can go a long way in my world. So I really appreciate you so much for anything you would like to share with me in exchange for what I'm sharing with you. Yes, mazel tov to everyone. The glass is broken for all of us as we move on and release what we do not need and embrace the love in all of our lives in this new love vibration. And we get the messages out not only to ourselves, but the whole entire world. We're all worthy and deserving of so much love. Mwah. Here's a kiss on your magic spot on your foreheads. And I will see you next Monday. I'll also see you on Sunday Night Live and maybe in between with some children's videos. Give me 5. Give me a fist bump. Give me an elbow. You're awesome. See you next time.